Well, hi there. Welcome back to the Wasteland. We're here with Diesel in the Kendall area, and we're just about ready to begin the tour of the Red Rocket Safehouse builds I put together for my Fallout 4 anti-hero playthrough. A quick shout out to Tarsus31 on the Nexus and his mod, Red Rocket Settlements. I used that as kind of the backbone for these builds, and a link to that mod will be provided in the description below. Forgive me for beginning this with an aside, but there's the bathroom. I don't know why it bothers me so much that Bethesda builds these amazing open worlds, and in an area or a place where a bathroom would be logical, where it would make sense, like, I don't know, a convenience store or a fueling station, and there's no bathroom. And it baffles and frustrates me, and I can't explain why. Maybe too many years of playing The Sims. Could be that. And to be fair, I do sort of play Fallout 4 like The Sims post-apocalyptic edition sometimes. Moving on, here we are at the Safehouse November. The Red Rocket stations basically only have two layouts, this smaller one that we're in now and a larger one, and so for time purposes we're just going to tour two of them, well, three, but we'll get to that third one later, because the layouts are basically identical. We've got the power armor station, which despite Diesel not using power armor frequently, it's still better to have and not need than to need and not have. Weapons and armor benches, workbenches for doing repairs and mods, a chem station for meds for injuries, and a cooking station over here for extended stays at one of these safe houses. Diesel's not the type to be content to sleep on a filthy mattress on the floor, so a well-appointed bedroom is a must. One of the first mods that I downloaded was by Elianora. It was a bunker in Sanctuary, and I remember being so impressed with the use of the space, like the dressers there in the wall, and the just really amazing use of clutter that she has. And so I wanted to kind of recreate that a little bit here, and we'll get more into that in the next safe house. There's more of Elianora's influence to come. And these smaller layouts, just there's no room for the teleportation equipment, so we had to get a little more creative with installing and securing that equipment. Over here you're going to see a little seating area. We kind of passed it already once, where the Raider patrols and the Raider-controlled caravans will occasionally stop as a waypoint. Over here, we've got a wooden door kind of acting as camouflage. It's a little less obvious than the metal security door that's on the other side that you'll see here in a sec. There's the teleportation equipment, the hardware, and there's the metal security door that's a little more obtrusive than the wooden one. Laser turret on the ceiling, enhanced further by the Institute Laser and Energy Tech. And none of the actual software is stored locally for safety purposes. It's all in the Pip-Boy. And so here we go. We're going to move on to the next safe house, Safehouse Lima. By keeping the software handled remotely through the Pip-Boy rather than stored locally, in the unlikely event someone should discover the hardware, it's unlikely they'll be able to decipher what it is, let alone what it's for, just by examining the equipment. For all they know, this could be some sort of fun kink thing. This is a modified Kowalski's preservation shelter. The full teleporter pads, they're too big. Even in the larger of the two floor plans for the Red Rocket, it wasn't going to fit. And so the preservation shelter actually made for a rather elegant solution to that problem. For those of you familiar with Elianora's great little mod called Rockin' Red Rocket Truck Stop on the Nexus, you're probably going to recognize some of the design and decor elements, at least back here in this part of the build. It was definitely an inspiration for this build. I'll include a link to that mod in the description below as well. There's my wanted dead and alive Schrodinger's cat poster. I saw that on a t-shirt, and I knew I had to find a way to turn it into a poster for Fallout 4. Elianora has definitely been a undeniable influence on my decor and build style. Like I said, it was one of the first mods I downloaded, and I've just been consistently impressed with her work. Everything I've downloaded has just further reinforced that she is an exceptional, talented, creative modder, and I'm kind of hoping she never finds these videos, because she's gonna probably assume I'm a fanboy. So let's keep this between us, because quite honestly, she wouldn't exactly be wrong in that assessment. Moving on, we're moving on. That was the cooking station back there in the kitchen. We've got the workbenches, both weapon and armor. These are kind of like little mini armories. Storage of extra pieces of leather and metal armor. Chem station over here, along with medical supply storage. The power armor over there, power armor station over there, as well as storage for more weapons and ammo. The Raider gang patrols, as well as the caravans that the operators have set up, are actually encouraged to utilize these safe houses in case of emergency. Guns jam, armor breaks, you run out of ammo, and the caravans are responsible for maintaining the inventory of the meds that we're passing here, and keeping the safe houses stocked, as well, with beer and Nuka-Cola. And then the routes that they take are intentionally routed past these safe houses, and they're encouraged to loiter, just like the seating area in the previous safe house. We've got one over here as well, to discourage the possibility of looters or the merely curious from taking a look, because they assume it's inhabited by raiders. Oh, and just remembered, we've got one more to get to, don't we? One more that we mentioned. And last but not least, find ourselves back in the glowing sea again. And one of these things is not like the others. Sadly, this particular red rocket is most definitely not been ready. However, this was one of the established safe houses Diesel had built prior to discovering Relay Outpost Echo. But unlike the others, he wasn't able to build inside. It wasn't until he found this, a bunker, that this became a viable option. This is where the third and final shout out of the video comes, going out to Fading Signal for his basement living bunker and basement player homes mod on the Nexus. And it is a fantastic mod. Prior to breaking down and finally trying to learn the creation kit to create my own interior cells, this gave me the ability to kind of do what I wanted without having to resort to learning how to mod myself. Each of these 10 different bunkers, basements, and shelters, each different design, have their own individual workbenches, which let me build some stuff, sort of like the limitations on home plate, but with prodigious use of console commands, I was able to really put this together exactly how I wanted. The very first of the 3 videos on the player home base, I mentioned that Diesel spent months combing through the glowing sea, searching for the Relay Outpost Echo. This was kind of the center point, or the home base for him while he was searching for that. The wall behind us here, as we turn around, was a solid wall. I had to use console commands to disable it and put in a new wall that had a spot for a door. None of this was part of the original mod. I added all of this myself, but I wanted the bathroom over here because the space that was originally kind of set up to look like the bathroom, I wanted to use that for the actual teleportation equipment, and that'll be the next spot we're moving to here after we finish in the bathroom. Very riveting stuff, I know. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video. The next videos will start getting into the raider outposts, touring the individual outposts. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and stick to about once a week. It takes about a week for me to do one of these videos, so you can probably expect to see something next week. And with that, catchphrase sign off.